Hi everybody, Chim over here. So I'm gonna start a new series here, and it's gonna be kind of just working on my tips and tricks for my models, how I kind of work around them and all that. So today we are going to be lining Percy, as you can see from my way of lining is a little bit more unconventional from other people. I know most people just paint lining, or they get like actual box transfers or something like that. Well, my way of lining is using using this stuff. Now, if you don't know what this stuff is, it is circuit vinyl. And this is, I can't take all the credit for this. The first person I know who used this stuff was my friend Noah, the LBS Thomas. It works pretty good. I mean, but it's a good, cheap way of making your own lining. It's my Railway Series inspired Thomas, and you can see this is an early, this was I think the first locomotive I did with the circuit lining, so it's not the best. I want to go back and do it. You can see that kind of not as neat, but you can kind of get an idea for what RWS bill in here. See, same thing, and it looks pretty good. RWS inspired James. I'll show you his lining. This is done with circuit vinyl as well, cut really thin. Get in there, don't look so chunky. And you use a hair dryer, Noah showed me, and that works pretty good at getting curves. Gotta go back and do the tender a little bit. But so we're gonna get all these out of the way, and I'm gonna actually get to show you how to actually properly cut it and all that. So let's get into it. So what I like doing is like rolling out the roll of lining. It makes it a little bit easier to cut and stuff like that if it's all nice and rolled out. I will grab my straight edge. Make sure you're doing this on a nice hard surface and not something that'll move from underneath of you, because that will give you inconsistent little warped areas. I'm actually gonna have to cut part of this off. That'll be another problem if you do a warped area. You're gonna have to cut the vinyl away, because then you'll have all these like little squiggles in your vinyl. So pull this off. A little bit of a thicker lining on Percy's boiler. Something like that. You might have to cut out a few strips of this, depending on what you do. But that's part of the problem with this, is that they have to be pretty consistent. So let me get this off, and I'll put it on the model real quick, show you how to cut it down. Okay, when applying this to a model, you want to make sure the surface is pretty clean. And I like using my finger to kind of get a rough estimate of what we have to do here. And I'm going to have to cut part of that. Maybe the other end is, yeah, the other end's a little bit more straight. So I'm kind of put it on there very nice and gently. Trying to line it up. Like that. Now, if you've ever worked with like Tester's trim tape, it's kind of like what it is. But personally, I think this is a little bit better, because Tester's trim tape tends to peel up after a while. So what I'll do for cutting it off is I will actually turn the engine on the side I'm working on, and I'll press the knife up against where I want to cut it, and it'll make a little indent there. So, and then what I'll do is I will very quickly pull this off, and you can see there's a groove there now. Okay, cut that a little bit. Come on. Oh, couldn't find my tweezers. I'm gonna use a drill bit. Boop. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna just reapply it back onto the model. And so you can clear coat over this and it'll stay there. Straighten it up a little bit more. But yeah, let me do the rest of them off camera real quick. Go a little bit quicker. So there is the lining complete on Percy. As you can see, I did the piston stripes and all the boiler bands. I went for the 3-stripe. Yeah, that is Percy's lining completely done, and I'm really happy with that. So, I think I'm gonna end the video here, and more updates on Percy and more updates on other models. So stay tuned. So yeah.
Don't call me Dirty Percy!